Good morning, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. All right. Sorry that we're late. Totally my fault that I'm having a little day surgery next Monday, and they phoned to confirm everything 5 minutes before we were to start. So I had to go through my entire medical history with the lady on the phone. I was like, come on. She didn't. So.
Yeah, she was not in nearly as much of a hurry as you were, obviously.
No, although when I had to go over all the stuff about my bariatric surgery, she congratulated me on all of my success. So that was kind of cool. Because I had to give her I had to tell her all the surgeries that I've had and all that kind of stuff. And then at some point she's like, okay, height and weight. And I told her, and she's like, oh, you were very successful. I'm like, thank you.
Little pat on the back there. Awesome, guys. Well, happy Monday. We are super excited to bring to you Coffee Chat with Christina and Lindsay on Monday. We are pretty pumped today because we have spent pretty much all weekend getting stuff ready for you guys. And really quick backstory to all this. We kicked off our proven process last week, I think it was. Christina spilled the beans. And since then, we have spoken to and started working with a ton of people. And we have come across, as we know, the same theme over and over and over again. And the reason we tell you that is because, first of all, we want you to know you're not alone. Super, super important, right? Those people who have joined the group recently, I have heard, I cannot believe that there's other people feeling this way. I felt so alone for so long. And so that's the very first important thing. You are not alone. We are now at, I don't even know what I said to Christina this morning, 385 people who are beyond the honeymoon and are really struggling with different parts of their journey. So you are not alone. You're here. You're ready to be a part of this. So Christina, what have we kind of been talking about over the last 2 days about putting the pieces together?
All right, so we've been doing this proven process. Good morning, Debbie. We've been doing this proven process with people, which is basically you start off by having a chat with Lindsay or I and kind of telling us a little bit about what's going on, a little bit about what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're struggling with, all of those things. And then we guide you through these 4 other steps. The first step is talking to us, and then the 4 other steps. So we've been kind of going through that. And then the final step is action, or the second last step, I guess. The final step is follow-up. I don't know what I'm talking about. But the action step is where we're at with a lot of people now that started last week. They're now into the action phase. And so a lot of what we've been finding is, even if we send you an action plan, a lot of people are having a really hard time with putting the pieces together and figuring out how to go from, I have this problem, I have this issue, I'm stalled, I've regained, I'm struggling in whatever way, and then I know the things that I have to do. I don't know how many times in these chats I've heard, I know what I have to do, but doing it is so, so hard. So Lindsay and I have spent hours and hours and hours this weekend talking about how can we help people do, not just think, not just plan, but actually put the pieces in place. Because Lindsay and I have both done the same thing many, many times, where we buy a course, or we download a YouTube video, or we watch a masterclass, or we do whatever, and we get super pumped about it. We're like, yeah, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do this. And then we do nothing. Because doing things as like a DIY, like do it yourself, is really hard. That we're just not programmed to do things that way, most people. So we wanted to come up with a way to be able to help people to put the pieces together into action. So what is that looking like? Oh, both Debbies. We have 2 Debbies watching us.
So here's the thing, and this is what Christina said, is that we could tell you guys to do things over and over, and have, to be fair, over and over again for 3 years. We really have tried to help you, support you, tell you, help you, support you, tell you, whatever. But what we have found to be the most successful is not just tell you, but work with you to actually take the pieces, figure out how they fix together for you, your journey, what's going on, and really work with you versus doing it. Now, here's the kicker. We can't do it for you. If we could, we would wave our magic wand and make all kinds of crazy happen. We promise you we would do that, but we can't. So what we have come up with, and this is something that we've been talking about for months and months and months, but have finally really settled down and brought things together, is a brand new program for you. This program is for you, about you, because of all of the things that we have seen. It is going to take all of the crazy, right? We know you come into this group, or you go into another bariatric group, or you do all of these things with overwhelm and confusion and fears and all of these things, yet you get in and you're still overwhelmed and fearful, and you have all these things. And we know this group can feel that way. We've heard it, we've felt it. Is that here's all the information, but now what do I do with that? Yes, I totally come to next. So I would love to fly you here, but you can come. I'll take your butt, no problem. But yeah, so we wanted something for you, and so this is the thing. So we have been asking over the last few days, few weeks, if you guys have been noticing, what are your biggest fears? What are your biggest struggles? What are the things that you are working on? Because we know the things that we think are happening out there, and we hear it a lot, and we get lots of questions about it, but we want to make sure that we are focusing on what you need right now for actual, real results. And so, Christina, what have we put together for them?
All right, so we have put together a brand new program. So first of all, before we get into the other program, we still want to remind you that we still have that free proven process available. We don't want you to think that you have to do this new program. We just know we've been searching for the last 3 years at a way to make a bariatric program that fit everything we feel that bariatric peeps, aka me, need in life to make your weight loss long-term, sustainable, and to give you all of the pieces that we really feel like you need and that you don't know how to find on your own. So we wanted to create what we consider the premier bariatric program out there. That there's other programs that will talk about nutrition. There's other programs that will talk about fitness. There's some programs that will talk about mindset. There's some programs that offer support. But we wanted to put everything into one place and make it accessible for as many people as humanly possible. We also don't want a program that focuses on, can I drink from a straw? What about my liquid diet? We don't want this for the newbies. The newbies have their stuff. They're still probably with their surgeon. They're doing their thing. This is for those of us that are further out from surgery, that have lost our way a little bit, that are struggling a little bit, that have had to regain, that maybe never hit goal and bounce back up a little bit, or that hit goal and just don't know what the heck we're doing now. So that's who this is for. So it is called, I'm going to put the name up here because we're really excited. This took us a long time. I'm not going to lie. Your Bariatric Transformation. All right, is the name of the program that Lindsay and I have come up with. And I'm going to put the second piece of it. It is about, whoops, hold on. It is about Christina not knowing how to type. Real life, real results right now is huge for us. So this is what we want to bring to you. Your bariatric transformation, we want it personalized for each person. You're going to take the pieces that you need and you're going to use them, and the pieces that you don't, you're going to leave them alone. And then we want to create a real life thing, things that you can do forever, not something that you're on a crash diet and it works for 6 months and then it stops working, or 6 days or 6 weeks or 6 hours. I've done those too. But we want something that literally is going to work for you long-term, but we also want it to actually get you results. If we give you a plan and tell you what to do and you get no results from it, that's not really going to help you. And we want something that's going to start working for you right away, that we know that you guys, nobody has time to wait. Why did I go to Mexico for my surgery? Because I didn't have time to wait 3 years for surgery. We want results right now. We live in a microwave world, and that's just what we want. So real life, real results right now, your bariatric transformation. Lindsay, what are we doing? Oh, you have no sound. You have no sound. Oh no, Lindsay has no sound. Can we make Lindsay have sound? What if I? You're muted? No, you're not muted. Try again. No, we cannot hear you. We lost Lindsay's sound. Maybe if Lindsay leaves and comes back, because I saw you took off your headset and then we lost your sound. We can't tell you what this program is all about because now Lindsay is a mime. She is going to mime everything about the program. All right, we can't hear. Okay, she's going to leave and come back. So we're going to just take a little break. She's ready to join my broadcast. I can hear you now. So 2, 1. Now they can hear you again.
Yay! I'm sorry. I don't know where it went. My headset went all wonky, so I took it off, just figuring it would just connect me back in. But anyways, so sorry, that was like super exciting and then nothing. So our big thing is that we know that you struggle with the fear of regain. It has been the top thing that people talk about all the time, whether it's you've never hit your goal yet and you still fear of regain, whether it's that you fear of never hitting your goal in the first place, or whether you've hit your goal and you've had some regain. And that is the biggest thing. So we are all about reversing that regain. That is a huge one for us. Struggling with motivation. This seems to be a really big one, and we get it. You've heard Christina and I talk about our own motivation issues. So we are all about mastering the motivation, and then that consistency piece. I'm telling you right now, guys, the more you are engaged, working with us, along with the coaches, along with the support groups, jumping in on our support calls, joining our accountability coaching sessions, doing those things, you will then see better success. So it's all about committing to that consistency. So it is reverse the regain, master the motivation, hands go this way, commit to the consistency. And that is what we're here to bring to you with our new your bariatric transformation, right? Real life, right now, real results. And the beautiful part about this is we have seen success in this program over and over and over and over again. Now, this is a brand new program itself, but what we've done is we've taken parts of our programs that we've been using over the last 3 years, we've merged everything we know that works extremely well, added a few things, and have made it into your bariatric transformation program. So, Christina, can you tell them a little bit about what they get?
You betcha. All right. So first of all, we have current members watching us and they're going, but what about my program? Current members, this program, you actually currently have the option of sort of 2 programs. If you're in our original Healthy Living program, you can just stay there and keep your Healthy Living pieces. If you're in our online interactive group class program, you get your online interactive group classes become your bariatric transformation. So that program is actually becoming, so you will get all of these pieces. So that's just the first thing that we wanted to tell everybody before you guys start freaking out and our inboxes blow up. That is something that we are committed to, is keeping your program the same but better, because we've taken the pieces that have worked from all of the programs that we've done. Lindsay and I have done a few different programs together. We've done a few different programs on our own, and we've brought back some of the pieces that we loved and taken away some of the pieces that weren't working really well, and just tried to add more of what works and take away what doesn't. So thin out the fluff a little bit. So you are going to get 4 pillars of wellness is the first thing. You're going to get fitness, nutrition, mindset, and support in the program, all 4 pieces. If you don't need all 4 pieces, you take what you need and you leave what you don't, and that's totally fine. But for nutrition, what you're gonna get is monthly meal plans, 3 of them every single month, 21 plus tried, tested, and true recipes. We actually have people testing our recipes every single month, so it's not just Pinterest fails. We fail first, and then we fix them, and then we bring them to you. A monthly meal prep workshop. Yes, friends, we are bringing back the meal prep workshop. I will be hanging in my kitchen, cooking poorly, and you guys can all laugh at my terrible cooking skills, but at the end of the day, I get meal prep done, and I will inspire you to get your meal prep done by showing you exactly how I break down what I'm cooking. So I won't just be doing it now, but I'm actually going to share with you why I chose those specific recipes to fit together and how they're going to fit in my week and how I'm going to use them. So I'm just going to break it down a little bit more to make it more usable for you instead of just you watching me cook, which is funny, but less educational. You're also going to get support from a nutrition coach. Hi, that's me. Who's also a bariatric patient. Hi, that's me again. You're going to get inspiration for meal planning, healthy shopping, dining out, all of those kind of things. So I'm just going to be sharing a lot of my real life experience with you in the program. So sharing exactly kind of what I do at 4+ years out to maintain my weight loss in real life every single day, and share those real pieces with you so that you're going to see more and more of that over in our Your Bariatric Transformation program. For fitness, I'm going to read this off, even though it's not my forte, but because I have the thing in front of me and I don't think Lindsay does. She can jump in though if I miss something, but you're going to have the opportunity to get 15+ hours each week of live interactive workouts with a certified trainer. So this is from the privacy of your own home. 15 hours plus is how much we have in our schedule, so you can figure out what classes work for you and what don't. You also have a library of recorded workouts. If you don't want to do the live workouts, but you're like, I'm not quite there yet, but I just want to do something like, press play on a video. We have a library of 50+ We're adding approximately 4 workouts a month, so you never get bored. There's always new fresh stuff coming in. Monthly fitness workshop. Lindsay's going to be rocking some fitness workshops once a month. I'm sure we'll be seeing things, you know, about motivation. I'm sure we will see things about modifications. I'm sure we will see things about like putting together a workout on your own, like all kinds of stuff that's really going to be helpful in your everyday life. And then of course, Lindsay's also going to inspire us with things that she does to stay healthy and moving. And you know, her and her daughter right now are training for a 5K, the real life pieces of how the hacks fit fitness into their life and how you can do the same thing regardless of where you're at in your journey. Anything I'm missing?
No, and I mean, of course, part of that is always about the mind piece of it, because I'll tell you right now, even people that we work with regularly on a day-to-day process, every single day, they still struggle with the things that they need to know, their why, you know, how do they get there? Why do they want to get there? You know, all of those things. So we are really, really focusing on mastering that motivation, committing to that consistency to get partly here, but also all of the stuff that goes around and works as part of that as well. So it's going to be super, super exciting. I'm very, very pumped about this part.
So that's the fitness and the nutrition piece, which is what most of you think that you need in terms of your bariatric transformation and what's going to transform you. But we're here to tell you that we actually think the second 2 pieces are even bigger and more important. So the next piece is going to be mindset. So every month for your mindset, you're going to get a daily habit tracker. Lindsay showed you her habit tracker that she's been using. I think it was last week on the call, maybe it was the week before, but she shared with you. So we're going to create a daily habit tracker for you to use to commit to that consistency and master your motivation. That these are the mindset pieces that we know you're struggling with. So we're going to help you learn to do that by using this habit tracker and have that available for you. We also are going to give you strategies on coping with the changes in your body, strategies with coping with, you know, the relationship changes and all of those kind of pieces, all of the mindset pieces that really come, the motivation thing that's so, so huge, your feelings of success and failure. We're going to talk a lot about those things, all of the mindset pieces. Lindsay talks a fair bit about like meditation, and we've talked about affirmations. We talk about all of these different pieces to try to kind of work on the stuff that's going on up here so that your body transformation happens with greater ease. That if you can get this stuff right, then the rest of it falls in place a lot easier. Anything I'm missing in the mindset piece?
Yeah, I mean, again, really focusing on those areas. I mean, I talk a lot about controlling what you can control, and that's it. And this is a hard piece because a lot of us want to control everything. And even though, you know, the rules don't apply that way, you can't control everything. We need to kind of figure out how to go through and work with that. So when it comes to the mindset stuff, a lot of people don't think that that's the part that they need, but we know that it's the part that we see the most success on. When I'm working with somebody, you know, one-on-one or in a group or in a chat where we're talking about mindset, we've seen so much more success because they're open to understanding that that plays a big part. Understanding who you are, why you do things, all of those things kind of get categorized under mindset. And many people are like, well, what does that even mean? So we're even going to start as close to that as what the heck does that mean anyway? So we are really covering a lot of that process. And, you know, for us, it is such a huge piece that, you know, you may have your nutrition on point, you may have your fitness on point, but there's still something missing. And I'm telling you from our experience and 20 plus years I've been in this industry, the mindset piece is one of the missing pieces. So we're super excited to bring that to you as well.
And then the last piece, which again, incredibly important, is the support piece. So in your bariatric transformation, you're going to get the support of Lindsay and I. We are committing to being very present in this program. You will see us on a regular basis. You will have access to our inbox that we check very, very regularly, too regularly. But you will have access to both of us, as well as all of the other trainers that we work with. So you will have access to us for those things. You will also have a private members only Facebook community, which is very, very important. It's a safe space. We have never had an issue go awry in our membership community ever. That if we've had very few issues ever occur, and when they do occur, very quickly they are addressed and dealt with. So it's just something that we never have a concern. It's a very, very safe space for everybody to be. We have weekly challenges that happen within our community, which we love doing to keep you motivated and to show you the consistent habits that you need to be doing. Right now, we just started this morning our mindset challenge for the week. So Lindsay posted that this morning. We wrapped up our nutrition challenge from last week, which was all about eating real food. So eating whole food was something we focused on last week. So we challenge you with prizes to work on these pieces that we think are really important in your journey. And every single month we have a nutrition challenge, a fitness challenge, a mindset challenge, and a support challenge. Again, those 4 pillars that we really think are key. So every week you will have a new challenge to focus on. We also have bi-weekly calls. So you get to check in with us bi-weekly and see what's going on in your world, if there's anything we can help you with. They are live calls so that, we can talk about the real life stuff. You can either choose to be on video, you can choose to be on phone only, you can mute yourself the whole thing. Nobody has to hear or see you, you can just listen in, or you can be super involved and engaged. It's really, you kind of, get out what you put into it. And yeah, that's, again, all about you guys. We don't come to it with a theme or anything. It's just all about exactly what's going on. If nobody talks, Lindsay and I are very capable of talking for 45 minutes to an hour.
Very capable, very capable. And the thing with the support, guys, and this is what we were talking about over the weekend, Christine and I, as I said, we did this whole thing over this weekend to really kind of nail down all of this, is that how many things have you done, right? Whether it's been courses for work, whether it's been different programs in the past, from Weight Watchers to, just using the fitness app, like all of these things, where you basically are kind of left to do things on your own. Now, I don't know about you, but I have probably 35 courses that live in a file on my computer that actually says "left to die." Go back in to do them ever. You know why? I got no motivation, no accountability at the time. I was super pumped. I knew I wanted to do it. I pulled out my credit card, I bought it, and maybe did an episode, maybe did one module, maybe never even opened it. And the reason for that is because there was no support. Yes, they may have had a Facebook group, but the coaches were never in there. I'd ask questions and nobody would ever answer. And, maybe the community was a little bit supportive, but again, it got very quiet very quickly. Where we want that to change the way you are doing things. We want to work with you instead of you work on your own and come talk to us if you have questions, right? We've seen that and it doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. You know why? Life is insane. We have stuff going on all the time. Illnesses, crazy vacations, work, bosses that are crazy, whatever. So trying to do things on your own makes it very challenging. The support piece is what we are going to give you in this program that will bring you to your success. That's what the real results right now is all about, because we're here committed to holding your hand through the process. And some of you are like, being 2, 5, 10 years plus, I don't feel like I need that support, that hand holding. And that's what we thought. But honestly, what we're seeing now more and more in our community here is that you guys need it almost again and more, because you've pulled so far back and you've released some of the things that were so strict before, and you were being very careful before, and now you're on the honeymoon, and that's where the regain is starting to happen, and that's where the panic's starting to happen, and that fear starts coming in. So we're back to holding and helping and supporting along the way.
Well, and what I find, just from my personal experience of being someone who is beyond their honeymoon, is that when things start to go a little south and when things aren't going great, that we tend to back away and we get a little embarrassed, and then all that fear creeps in and all that loneliness creeps back in, and it just breeds those bad habits that you used to have. It makes you feel like the person that you used to be that you're not anymore, and that you were so committed to and so focused on not going back to those things, but you don't know how to get back. It's like when you're first starting out from surgery, if you're riding your bike up a hill, which is awful, by the way, but you're riding your bike up a hill, and as long as you have that momentum and you keep going, you're good. But then as soon as you stop, to get started again is so hard on that hill. And that's where you guys are, most of us right now, is we're on that hill, we're right in the middle, and we're trying to get that momentum back. But you take, you do a couple pedals and then you fall backwards, and then you do a couple pedals and you sweat like crazy. And you don't really know what to do to keep going forward. So that's what we want to do, is we want to show you with real life experience exactly how to do this. So yes, there's meal plans, yes, there's recipes, yes, there's workouts, there's all of those pieces, but it's so much more than that. It's showing you how to make those fit in your life. It's not just posting a meal plan on a website and saying, good luck, that we're going to really show you how to make that meal plan fit in your everyday, and how you're going to be able to use it, and how you can create your own meal plan if you hate the ones that I make, which is totally fine. You probably don't eat the same things as me. So that is something that, again, we just really believe that we think that you guys need. And we're happy to provide it. So then there's always the price piece. It does cost money. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of Lindsay and I being in this program. It's a lot of, Santa doesn't like the time change. I can't say I blame you. That Mexico time change is rough for you guys. So there is a price component because we are very, very involved. Now, the regular price of the program will be the same regular price that our online classes have always been. $99 per month is the regular price. But we know for those of you who are just meeting Lindsay and I, you're like, $99, that's a lot of money to pay to some chicks that I don't really know very much. And so we want to make sure that you feel that we are completely invested in your journey, that you feel this can work for you, that you can give it a whirl before, really opening your wallet to it. So we're going to let you start 21 days of your bariatric transformation for $21. So you get your first month, 21 days for $21. Then your second and third month are 50% off. So you get 50%. So your first 3 months will cost you $121 to be able to do 3 months of your bariatric transformation. We believe after 3 months that you should, as long as you're working the program, that you should have really good traction going on and be able to keep moving yourself forward using this model, and that you will, again, feel the results. And when you feel results, you're willing to be invested. So that's kind of how we feel that you can get started and start getting results today to reverse your regain, master your motivation, and commit to your consistency.
Absolutely. And it says, research actually says it takes at least 21 days to build a habit. Now, that's to start a habit. It actually takes more like 90 days to make it very much part of your everyday. So 21 days is not just a random number we picked for no reason. We want you to dive right in, get yourself started, get yourself into the support community, look at all the areas, but as we always say, take what you need and leave what you don't. So if you're not quite ready to do the exercise, don't worry. If you're not quite ready to do all the things that you're already doing, work with the things that you want to focus on. Yes, you still are available to do our proven process. Got 5 days, you absolutely can do that. But this is just that point where you're like, I am done being afraid of my regain. I am done losing my motivation every time I try. And I am done figuring out why my consistency goes and comes and goes and comes. This is your moment now where you're like, I'm ready to make those changes because I want my own bariatric transformation. And the reason, as we say, this is our free group. We love you guys. We are part of this group. Absolutely. We do our coffee chats. We do our question and answers. We'll come in. But if you want a true transformation, there is part of you have to be a part of that. And that's where we're going to come in and support it with you. So that is where we are. 21 days, guys. Come and try it out for 21 bucks. We'll post the link somewhere. I don't even know where the comments are. We'll get it in there. You guys click it. You can get started. Pay today, and you get started and added right away. You get all the information right at your fingertips, from schedule to recipes to information to support, all going, and you can get started and make it your priority to reverse regain, master motivation, and commit to consistency. And that is where your bariatric transformation begins.
Super excited. We've been pumped about this all weekend, getting really excited, wanting to announce this to you guys and to share it with you. If you have any questions, or if you're not sure how it fits in your life, and you're like, I just really need to know a little bit more or whatever, feel free to reach out to either one of us. But we really believe that this is the premier bariatric program out there. So if you're looking for something to get you moving in the right direction that includes all of the pieces of the puzzle, then we are ready to help you. We're ready to support you. We're ready to hold your hand through the process and guide you and show you exactly where to go. Just like somebody did in the very beginning of your journey for most of us. We had somebody there that knew what to do and that gave us the puzzle pieces to put together. We're going to do that for those of us that are further out in your journey now. The 2 years plus, that's what this is all about. We're not going to tell you not to drink out of a straw. We're not going to tell you to never dine out again because we don't feel like that's reasonable. We're going to tell you how to do it in a healthier way. And how to find balance in your journey and how to make this fit in your real life every single day, so that we don't do this yo-yo for the rest of our lives, that we want to find that happy space and just stay there forever in that healthy zone. So that's what we're committed to. That's what we believe this can do for you. And we've seen it do for lots and lots of other people and change their body, change their mindset. And it's incredible. So we're super stoked to put all the pieces together.
Yeah, totally excited, guys. So let us know if you have any questions. Of course, You will see the link to get started. You will see some more information if you want it over the next few days. But we are here to get you ready and get you started. So yeah, come and join us. We cannot wait. The support, the community. Ask the people who are in our current community what they think, and I tell you, most of them, you'll hear everything. Even in our welcome messages, you see this is the best community out there. We truly believe that because we have been in other communities and we know how terrible some of them are. We are here, and it is amazing. We're here to help support you. Next 21 days, guys, could change everything. So come and join your bariatric transformation and get started today.
Awesome. Super stoked. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Goodbye.